Asociación Nacional de Multietnicidad en Comunicaciones.
Wait.
Kello.
Tonight, what are you expecting from this Namic boat cruise?
It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, enjoyment. Get to meet people and see where it goes.
What brought you to this event? What really got you interested in the Namic event?
Leadership.
Leadership. Did you read anything about their leadership?
I've been here before. I mean, I've been to a few. I was just messing with you. I've been to a few of them already, different stuff like that. So, you know, you learn different things. You look at, talk to a lot of people, and they explain a lot of stuff to you and tell you how a good way to make it up in the company and move up and different stuff like that. So you take advice and you go for it.
Can I get your names, please?
My name is Erica.
Thank you. I got Erica.
And Jessica.
Jessica. Dear, why you're here tonight?
Well, that was it right there. I think that previous Namic events are what brought me here. I'm excited to figure out what I'm going to learn more about the organization, as well as past Namic events. We've learned information on how to interview better. We've also learned about how diversity really affects the workplace. Just multiple different groups of informational pieces that I've found very helpful in my own career. So I'm excited.
Jessica, same for you?
Well, this is actually my very first Namic event, and the reason why I came today is just because it's such a well-known and respected organization within the industry. So I wanted to make sure I could be part of it, do some networking, get to know people, and basically learn what Namic is all about.
We're back here with John. Why did you come to the boat event tonight?
I came last year. That was my first time attending. We tried to come the year before that, but got stuck in traffic.
Okay.
It's a very good networking event. You learn a lot of meet a lot of different people that are in the cable industry. A lot of smart people. Good for career advancement. I think, directly from this cruise last year is the reason why I got my new position at Comcast, because I did meet the right people. Obviously, I interviewed well too, but I met the right people.
Can I get your name?
Will.
Will, it's nice to meet you, Will.
Sarah.
Sarah?
Christy.
Christy, it's nice to meet you guys. Sarah, how long have you been involved with Namic?
About 2 days.
2 days. What brought you into the Namic event and everything?
Comcast is obviously a large supporter, and they're my employer, and so they've obviously been encouraging support for it, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Same thing. Well, Sarah, you told me that my man over here and young lady over here, they're not even part of Comcast, so where are you guys from?
We're from Univision Communications, the Spanish language network.
How do you guys see, have you guys experienced this before? Have you guys ever come to an event, or is this all your first time here?
Well, we've been on the distribution sales team for about 2 months now. So this is actually both of our first Namic event.
We did attend another Namic event, but it was like a breakfast awards ceremony in Boston. So and it was during the NCTA event. So
one of our colleagues was actually given an award.
Are you guys, is there anybody in particular you guys were happy to meet? Anybody that you guys were like, ooh, wow, I got to meet him finally. I've heard so much about him or her.
Well, we did meet Bill Jensen, who's with MediaCom, and this wasn't the first time we met him, but it's nice to get to know the people that are, that sponsor events like this, because it's cool to see how big companies are actually working to include diversity in their organizations. It could be an easy thing to overlook and just assume, oh, we're big enough. I'm sure that diversity will come naturally, but to actually make sure that you're involved with events and top of mind to keep diversity, it's something that's important in your organization, I think is really, really cool, especially for us that we work for a Spanish TV network, so we really love to see that, I guess.
Question, when you signed up for, what were you actually looking forward to when you decided to sign up for the event? When you're like, oh, I'm going to go. What did you think you were going to get out of it?
I think the benefits of networking with people not only within my own organization, but also the other communication industry within the industry here locally is a benefit, not only to myself, but also just to get to know other people and to broaden my outlook.
I got to ask you, how did you get involved with Namic?
That's a great question. I came within Comcast organization probably about 6 years ago. I had a young lady who was currently on the board. Her name was Diana Hawkins, You remember her, right, Bill?
Diana was my vice president.
Yes,
That's right.
and so she really encouraged me. She felt like I had some potential to do some things and spread a message, and I had a level of influence amongst my peers and teammates, and she felt like, you know, my presence will be felt if I was being a part of the organization. So,
Bill, how long have you known Tommy?
Well, probably a good 5-6 years, Tommy,
Absolutely.
right? And we really, when we met, the Namic, Minnesota chapter was a chapter that was struggling relative to membership. There were probably 20, 25 members. And they asked me to come on board, and after a few months asked me to become president. And we got the momentum back working with our existing membership and Comcast. Then Tommy got involved. And the organization has grown to now 400 plus members, which is exceptional.
absolutely.
And how long would you say it took to get to 400?
Well, I'll bet it's taken all of 6 years, Tommy, right?
Absolutely.
The great thing about it is, and as you mentioned, it's not only a beautiful evening in downtown Minneapolis on the Mississippi, but just to see the fellowship of all ethnicities and various professionals from different industries. This isn't just a cable television organization. It's all about communications here in the Twin Cities, whether it's the print media, broadcast media, cable television, you name it. So this is important because it gives those new to our industries an opportunity to share in fellowship and career pathing. So that's what Namic is all about. It really is.
How would I get involved as somebody as an outside trying to come in? How would I actually get involved, and what would it be the process as far as saying I want to be involved and I actually want to make a difference with being part of it?
I can actually answer that. I mean, your involvement starts today.
Okay.
And so where you're here now helping us to deliver a message to our audience, not only those that are here, but those that have an opportunity to tune in to the Namic website, as well as your own personal forms of communication. And what you do is you are able to embrace, based on what you present to them, as an opportunity and an avenue to bring other people in outside of yourself. So you're starting today.
And this is just one of those, one of the great events that the Namic, Minnesota chapter does. It's not just, you know, this is one of the only events in the calendar year that we don't really have a program other than just getting together and mingling, right, Tommy? We have educational programs, bringing a guest speaker, and it's great.
We actually host 4 events throughout the year. Okay. We want to make sure, because this is a nonprofit organization, we want to make sure that it's not an overcommitment of anyone's time. But what we want to do is provide good, solid content to the membership to really introduce them to a different spectrum of what goes on within the communication industry. There is a higher level from the front line all the way down to the executive management team that are participating. We bring in guest speakers. We have a Spring Leadership Forum. We have a Cable Association that we're affiliated with as well. We have a professional development, and not only that, in addition to on Namic.com, there is opportunity for, as I mentioned maybe a little bit earlier today, leadership summits, executive leadership programs, mentorship program, as well as a job bank for anybody that's interested in tapping into this industry.
So one of the more important ones, and they're all important, but one of the lead ones that Namic is really one of the pioneers in is mentorship. We've got the Patrick Mellon mentorship program.
Absolutely.
And for folks like you that want to get more involved, not just in the communications business, but in Namic, you apply for a mentorship program, and Namic will sponsor it right here in Minneapolis. And you get with an old cable guy like me, and I might be able to teach you some new tricks. All right.
With me, I have
Ellie.
Mark.
Kristen.
I just want to ask you guys, how did you guys enjoy your evening tonight?
Phenomenal.
Relaxing. It was a great time, met some great people, and really interesting.
Did you guys get a better understanding of what Namic was all about tonight? How do you guys feel about what you heard tonight?
I think Namic is an amazing organization. I really do. They offer support and training for everyone, and that appeals to me.
No, I totally understand what you're saying. Somebody like me, up and coming, it helps.
Yes, I think it does a lot of good to get to know other people and the diversity, and it's very interesting. I'm enjoying it. I'm glad I came.
I like that, Mark. That's more diversity. That's what we like. Ellie?
There's a lot of amazing talent and potential out there, and a company that's going to grow and survive and be healthy has got to do what we're doing. And Namic is the way to go.